are watching Gov's Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple of minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
I mean, that's like an intro song. We could stick with that, right? You use the.
Of course,
it's
Eddie Layton.
That's not. Is that Eddie Layton?
Yes, it is.
No, if it's No Business Like Show Business.
It's Eddie Layton
Playing It's No Business.
Yes, I believe so.
Really?
Yep.
Are you sure?
I am, because I remember I found it that time.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's Eddie Layton playing Is No Business Like Show Business to bring in, because I was thinking of getting us an intro song.
Yes.
I feel like we missed that. You know, and joining the Steves and his guests, it doesn't have to be like that. I'm copying Johnny Carson, of course. Anyway, we don't need an intro song. We're better than that.
Oh, of course.
I'd like an intro song, though. Otherwise, it just starts awkwardly. Anyway, today is the 24th of 24. Play that number. In case you're wondering, this is the Steve Squared Show. I'm your host, Funny Man Stevie K. Along with me on my left, the Emster.
Hello.
You could say it's all right. Is your mic on, or you're just quiet tonight?
It's on.
I know. I couldn't hear you.
Hello?
You good?
Can I be Peggy Cash?
Speaking of which, I just saw, I got a good game, a trivia game I was telling Steve. I got something. I'm going to test him in a moment.
This is exciting.
But I'm very excited about Justin Timberlake. Did you know he was in Sag Harbor this weekend?
Who isn't in Sag Harbor? You were in Sag Harbor.
I wasn't in Sag Harbor.
You almost got arrested for parking, right?
I
couldn't
did.
get a good
now,
parking spot.
I got a little. Obviously, you know what's happened to Justin, right? This weekend.
Yes, we do.
Okay, unfortunately, he was bringing sexy back, but he's doing it on the wrong side of the road. So it says here. He talked about it at his concert in Chicago. He said
he got a lot of support from.
Well, who wouldn't? He's wonderful. He should be allowed a couple of these.
Aren't we all?
We're not. We don't bring sexy back.
Oh, we're not.
But he says, what did he say? It says here, he was driving a 2025 BMW. Mm-hmm. Gorgeous. It says he was arrested early Tuesday after police said they saw his gray BMW run a stop sign and struggle to stay in the lane. Now, who do you know drives like that?
I don't know anyone who drives like that. I wouldn't drive with anyone who drove like that.
Steve, you can be honest. Who have you been in a car with who struggles to stay in the lane?
Well, occasionally when the rain is, you have a driving rain.
I like that.
You do have a tendency to like to drive in the middle of the dotted lane, the dotted lines. It kind of helps you.
It does. I especially if I have nobody to follow. I do have rain driving issues. It's a little bit of a problem.
It is true. That is true. It's
But so he's okay. But he's apparently when he has to be in court, he has a concert that day. So it's going to be a conflict of interest. You think? I think he'll be fine. He's going to be fine.
Where do you think where's his concert? Did they say where?
Poland. No, it is. It's in Poland.
I don't know what to expect from you.
No, that's why I'm laughing. No, I don't know why I knew that. Well, I follow his whole itinerary. I'm actually following him through Eastern Poland.
Oh, sure.
Oh, definitely. Then I think he goes to Ukraine, and then he goes right into North Korea. They love him up there. Speaking of North Korea, this is wild. And I don't really get into huge politics on the show. We don't talk politics, really.
Not really.
Not so much. Who are you texting there? What do you got going on?
I'm just sending one note out to someone before we go. Okay.
Who is that? I hear people. What's going on tonight?
Well, they can't hear us, so
okay.
They no one can hear them. So.
I can't even hear them. So they're having this little skirmish, north and the south. It's always the north and the south.
Right.
You never really hear war between the east and the west, right? It's always north south.
Because that's where the Civil War was. It wasn't east and west.
Right. It wouldn't have been in New York versus Pennsylvania.
It was north and south.
Right. It would be the American League National League.
Right.
It would be like an interleague. You wouldn't have that. A war
No.
between the American League West and the East.
No interleague.
So they have the North and the South. Korea's getting in it. So I was talking about this on the one of the remote shows. I said, so North Korea dropped garbage on South Korea. Diapers, dirty cigarette butts.
Oh, sure.
Manure.
Oh, yeah.
So South Korea said, you know what? Hold my beer.
Wow.
I have something for you people. And what they did was they set up huge speakers. And they blasted endless BTS.
Well, that's a treat.
That's what I said. I said, this is... Apparently not to North Korea. They're not big fans of BTS.
Well, they're like the voice of freedom, They're from South Korea, so it's an issue.
It is. So this is going on. But I said that's the way all wars should be fought. You throw garbage, we'll give you some bad music.
And Kim Jong-un's a little jealous of the wardrobe because he wears that plain, like, Dr. Evil coat. And
right from Austin Powers.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know why they can't dress it up a little bit. I mean, he's the, what are they, the emperor? What do they call him? The king?
Dear leader.
Dear leader. Is that how you're starting a letter, or that's what they call him?
That's how they refer to him, as dear leader.
I have to give a shout out to iFixit Screens on Massapequa Park on Sunrise Highway.
You're giving a plug.
There they are.
Shameless plug.
A shameless.
Okay, so what? Well, tell us your story before you went to see. iFixit Screens.
So my mom had this computer issue. She flips open the computer, and all the bells and whistles are going off. Alerts. Don't touch your computer, call us, you've been hacked, scammed, virus fished, and all the rest. So she immediately calls me. It's always Steve. Something
You're
happened.
the IT department.
I am. So I saw this was something new. Usually the computer, there was sirens, it was a whole, so I said, this might be above my capabilities. So I said, let me run over, because I've dealt with this guy before. He's right, you know where the Qdoba is?
Yes.
Right,
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know exactly
where
it is.
Yeah.
I know where it is.
So I go in. Very nice guy. I wish I remembered his name. He said it a couple times.
You did go to them before, didn't you?
Yeah.
You had your battery changed.
Yes,
there.
they did a few things there. Very nice. And they do it like while you wait. So I brought in the computer, and he said, it's 2 o'clock, Brent, come back at 4. I'll have it all set for you. $30. And he took care of it. And he goes, and if it goes again, just go. He goes, sometimes my mom, she's always clicking around on things, and just swears she never clicked on anything. But I said, you must have clicked on something, like a site or a pop-up or something, because it wouldn't just happen. So, I said, look, And then she goes, it's only Macy's and Amazon. That's all I'm on is Amazon. Maybe a little Facebook. She likes
Well,
Facebook.
I mean, let me tell you, for example, because I was just my mother, for example, just before I left tonight, she's on the phone with Chase.
Uh-oh.
And she's saying, because my mother's smart, she knows what to do. She says, there's this.
Are you insinuating that my mother?
I'm not saying, your mother's very smart.
Very smart.
No, I'm just saying this mother in particular is smart.
Yes, no, I'm
because
kidding.
I told her what to do. So just because it said that there was some problems with there was some illegal activity on your account,
They try to get that.
and she was on the phone with Chase, and so she said, "I'm saying, well, I know this isn't real. I would have told her she didn't have to do anything." And so I click on to where it says Chase to
Right.
see what the and then I'll tell you where the address it's coming from, and it was like yuckos.com
Yeah.
or something.
Somewhere in North Korea.
It was yuckos.com.
Oh, God.
Is that the new comedy club out in
Sure, Yuckos.
Yeah,
They do a lot
Yuckos.
of hacking and hacking on websites.
That's what they do in Russia. They hack a lot and they laugh
laugh
a
a
lot.
lot.
Well, yak and hack.
Yak and hack.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
yak and hack. We'll make you laugh and ruin your election.
So yeah, that's
So, but my mom knows now, like I always tell her, if you get something, Amazon sometimes will email. Not everything is clickable, be careful. She knows. That's why she calls me right away.
Right.
Because she says, and they get, but like,
look.
there's all these scams. IRS does this.
right.
And people from the IRS, just as a little tidbit, they don't call. They only
Right.
send letters.
Right.
So if somebody calls and they're from the IRS, they're not. Same thing with all these other things.
My mom gets a call from Apple all the time saying that her account has been busted. She doesn't even have an Apple account.
We get the thousands of those things that
Yeah.
we're like, we don't even have this. Like,
What am I going to do? What? The Wells Fargo called saying my account. You don't have an account with Wells Fargo.
I know.
Don't worry.
Right, right. Monies have been taken from you. Just call us and we'll replenish it. It's just too much. I understand. It's tough. And did you see that commercial? I'm really troubled, and my mom was troubled too by this commercial with Jason Alexander. I'm not on board with this. I don't know why.
I
it's
caught
something.
part of it, but I didn't.
It's
it looked
always
a little-
during the baseball game.
It looked a little bizarre, but I don't know. Explain it to me
it's
again.
It's I don't know if this is a new brand of mustard and mayonnaise. Mike's
Oh,
Amazing.
Mike's Amazing. Yes,
Have you tried it?
Yeah, that they have it at City Field.
Yeah,
It's good.
I mean, I see it in the stores. I haven't gotten it, but so he does this commercial where he's in a diner, and he's playing all the characters.
Yes.
So, but he's dressed as a woman. He's the waitress.
Yes.
He's the cook.
Yes.
And he uses these. It's just weird. You have to watch it. I don't know how to explain
I saw
it.
parts of it. And it was weird.
It's just weird.
But I would have
I
to
don't
say,
understand why. How is that selling? I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to be different.
It's
I don't know.
entertaining. Maybe it's funny.
I don't know. I didn't find it
Maybe
entertainment or fun. I found it
maybe
weird.
it's nice to see
Disturbing.
an actor has some reach. He could
had
play different
no
parts.
reach in
Are you
this.
possibly maybe just a little bit jealous?
No.
You think?
He had no reach on this. This actually was embarrassing to his career, to a great career. This was actually a down. This is total paycheck. This is total. Jason needed maybe a quick couple of $1,000 or something. I don't know why. Watch the commercial. I wish we could put it up.
I know. I gotta watch it
You
because
will
I
watch
did,
it 'cause you can't
I only
comment
saw.
if you
I
haven't
saw a
seen
few
it.
seconds of
You
it,
have- and there's a couple of different ones.
And joking aside, I agree. It's
a little
I saw him
disturbing.
as the woman. It was very disturbing.
It's disturbing.
Very
I think it's the
disturbing.
best word. It's a little disturbing. Plus, I always go with my go-to mustard.
What's that?
I like Boar's Head. It's got white wine. It's a little horseradish, a little spicy but nice. What's your go-to?
Gouldens.
You're strictly Gouldens.
Yeah,
guy.
Gouldens spicy mustard.
I would have said French's.
I like Gouldens, and I would love to buy some of that. Mike's.
It's in the stores. I'll get it for you.
They don't.
Who are
I
these
was
people?
I was in the shop. Right, we have an audience tonight.
I don't think so.
No, it's the.
We always have an audience.
know.
We just can't see them.
But they had all of these different Mike's famous products, but they didn't have the mustard. Believe it or not,
Well, North Shore Farms, which I frequent, has. I'll pick you up a jar of. It's not a. It's a plastic
Right.
thing like that. Speaking of mustard.
What's that?
What's your take on this whole? I'm very excited about the September eat-off with Joey Chestnut and Kobayashi, who is currently playing for the Dodgers right now. in right field.
I'm not going to go there.
I'm sorry. Anyway, so yeah, tell me your thoughts on who do you like? Who do you feel? Now,
I don't like anything about this. Larry King is doing major, tumble salts in his grave.
Larry King he died too? I know. Are you sure? I thought he was still doing that talk show.
No, they still show those things.
Oh, I thought
they still pop up.
I thought Larry King was still alive.
Yeah, there's still.
You see, Jack was right. He ate too many of those knishes from Coney Island.
Look, there's nothing wrong with a few Nathan's hot dogs.
Oh, there's something wrong.
The Jack, can I have what? That's good, right? It's got protein and it's got.
So, so they obviously. Joey won't be next week at the Big Nathan's.
That doesn't count. It's not a real hot dog. It is a plant-based.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Impossible Foods, or the brand. Right. And what is he doing? But they must have gave him a big check.
There's money going
on
there.
Of course.
Impossible is really, trying to.
But what? So you get some guy that, obviously Joey doesn't get, he just needs a payday. So out of all of this engorging eating, even him is able to cash in on this. I can't cash in on anything. Even this guy that stuffs himself with pork fat is now a millionaire. This sucks. I know I should. I've been made wrong choices in my life.
Steve. You're so good about eating, but I've been watching.
What a waste too.
I've been watching all these trainers online, and they talk about that it's all right. You can eat whatever you want, as long as you keep a good calorie somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 calories a day. You can have that fried chicken. You can have that Christmas Zeppeli that you haven't had in about 20 years.
Love the Christmas Zeppeli.
You can have that cinnamon raisin bagel with butter. Remember? You feel guilty, don't you? When you were so bad back then.
I was just saying I had a craving, which I don't know where it came from. I haven't eaten pasta in many years.
Yeah.
And I was saying, I've had these weird cravings, like because I haven't had pasta in so many years. But I don't even like. Are you a pasta guy? Do you like pasta?
I do. If it's got a nice sauce to it, of course.
Ravioli, fusilli. What's your pasta? What's your favorite? Spaghetti.
Well, ravioli, is pasta, but it's a little different because it's
right. It's got something.
It's got cheese and the ricotta and that. I don't know. What's my go-to? I like penne is good.
Okay.
Every so often, good old-fashioned spaghetti and meatballs, just like the old
like
days,
a nice
It's like,
nice Maz sauce. Now, have you ever tried it at Umberto's? How does their pasta stack up? Have you ever had it there?
Yeah, I usually, if I get an entree, I will get the a penne.
Okay.
Either with the regular sauce or with the vodka sauce. It's good.
I tell Jeff, Jeff.
Yeah.
I tell him he wants to ride his bike. He knows I always bike ride. So I tell Jeff, you know what? Where I run on the path in Massapequa, I bike, and it's very hard to navigate because of people, walkers, things. So I said, not as a first time. I said, go to Cedar Creek Park. It's very open and spacious. So he goes there, and he texts me. He goes, they're trying to charge me $10 at Cedar Creek Park because I'm a Suffolk County resident. Where does it end? They just nickel and dime everybody. Now a park?
Yeah.
Cedar Creek? You know Cedar Creek? He's supposed to ride his bike there.
Oh, you got to be in Nassau County. Yeah, it's a Nassau County Park.
Seaford. Yeah. It's just too much.
It's the same thing you go down
But Burns
to
Park doesn't. They don't charge people, right? You can go into Burns. Anybody
That's not a
go.
county park. That is a town.
So does Cedar Creek.
Cedar Creek is a Nassau County park.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Cedar Creek, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Do you know why they were? I wanted to ask you something about the Jones Beach. I'll tell you that in a minute. They were doing renovations. That's why the shows have been, their schedule's a little shifted. But it's a good lineup. I got the lineup here.
Is that so?
Did you see anybody yet that you were interested to see?
I don't know. I haven't seen.
I got the lineup.
I know we've talked about the lineup.
Yeah.
That was in December.
Yeah, I have the lineup. This is very exciting. They're doing a stamp for Alex Trebek. Did you hear this?
A stamp?
Jeopardy stamp.
He's Canadian.
I don't know. What does that got to do with it? I don't know.
Well, this is America.
Oh, boy. It says here, the stamp mimics the trivia program's iconic dark blue screen.
Mm-hmm.
On it is a clue.
Oh.
This naturalized U.S. citizen, it says, hosted the quiz show Jeopardy for 37 seasons. The response, written in the form of a question, can be found printed upside down underneath the blue card. Who is Alex Trebek? It's very. This will be a hot stamp.
Yes, definitely. I like that.
And I know this is. So he says that natural. What does that mean?
Naturalized.
Naturalized. So he became a U.S. citizen?
He became a U.S. citizen.
Oh, okay.
From Canada.
From Canada. Oh, Canada. I don't know about Canada.
What don't you like about Canada?
They have a lot of ways. Something bothers me about Canada. The Mounties, the
Mounties.
the dogs with the biscuits on their. They wear those barrels. The whole
Saint
thing.
Bernard.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not.
Who's your favorite Mountie?
Who's my favorite Mountie?
Yes.
Well, I thought Brendan Fraser played a great Mountie in
Dudley Do-Right.
Dudley Do-Right. So I think he's one of my
Dudley
favorites.
Do-Right. Who can?
Do you have a favorite? Is there such a thing?
I was going to say Dudley Do-Right.
Oh, I took your. You see?
Well, I mean, there's not too.
That's really it, right?
There's probably others. I can't think of them right now.
What else happened?
Isn't it something Sergeant so-and-so of the Yukon? That's a very old thing. I don't know.
So, that's what I wanted to show you. So, I didn't open up with this, but of course we lost. Well, I didn't lose, but in the baseball world, iconic Willie Mays.
Willie Mays, yeah.
Passed away, what, 93?
Yep.
Wow. So, Willie Mays, wonderful, obviously, Hall of Fame career, one of the best ever. And I like to collect headlines. It's a big thing. My mom always collected headlines from the newspaper, moon landings, all these kind of big things. So I've taken up that hobby. I don't know if it's a hobby. So I said, Willie Mays is going to be a great headline. I want to keep that.
Oh, sure.
So I have it here, and I want you to tell me if you find something wrong. I gotta find it first. I got so many things here. You see how I wasn't prepared. You see how prepared I am for this show? I'm terrible at this. This is not good.
This is so.
Can we put the show on pause for a second while I sift through this mess? Don't worry, I'll find it. I don't get that much.
Now I'm getting an idea of what's going on in the next hour. I'm not supposed to see these things. It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
Not anymore.
Look at that. There's what's his face, Len Berman.
Len Berman, in the morning.
A tradition that rocks. Oh, this is the Jones Beach thing. I wanted to tell you. Yeah, that's. I wanted to show you that. But where is the? Tell me I don't have it. How could I not have the one thing I wanted to show you?
What was it about again?
Wait, I'll find it. It's Willie Mays.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, we got to find Willie. I was how did you? What was while I look for Willie Mays? Talk to me a little bit about Donald Sutherland. He also passed away. Were you a Donald Sutherland fan?
Yes, Donald Sutherland was amazing.
Did you? What were you?
MASH
back from the original MASH? Sure.
MASH and Clute.
Now, who do you like better? Him or his son?
National Lampoon's Animal House. He was in that too. He played the professor.
He was great, and I just watched him in Hunger Games.
He was in the Hunger Games. He was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy, he was funny in Buffy. I loved him in Buffy.
6 Degrees of Separation.
6 Degrees of Separation. Oh, here it is. Thank goodness I found it.
Thank God.
Thank God. So, I'll show everybody. This is
Willie Mays.
Willie Mays. Say hey, kid. Let's play two. No, I don't think he said that. That was the other guy.
Ernie Banks.
Thank you. And so I'm just showing Willie Mays. So take a look at the headline. Can you see it?
Yes.
So this is an iconic player. That's here. Take a look. You can look at the headline and tell me why they felt the need to. If you see something wrong with the headline or the front page, let me expand.
What? Hall of Famer for Giants Mets.
A little bit to the left of Willie Mays.
Oh, you're talking about the headlines on the side.
Right. That's
well, it's
was that necessary? The day that Willie Mays was that definitely necessary?
I would have given Willie a whole page.
That's my point. Did they really feel that for this thing that I like to keep headlines, that it had to be Willie Mays here and in the corner, child porn charges for ex-teacher. And if you look quick, it almost looks like Willie Mays is being charged with child porn.
Well,
so I'm just saying. You see,
to give him any
Willie Mays, and then right in the corner, you got child porn right here.
That's a big Long Island story there.
The child porn?
Yeah.
He looks a little like Jerry Lewis, doesn't he?
He does. The Nutty Professor.
The Nutty Professor. Jerry Lewis has been brought up on porn charges. Good thing he's not. Yeah, you're doing your Jerry Lewis. But I'm just saying, was that necessary? You ruined the whole cover. I want to keep that. I don't want to.
But
I got to keep this child porn guy
give
in my
him a little
thing.
credit. The back page was all
The
Willie.
back page is better.
A baseball giant.
That's better.
Look at that. That's
Yeah.
a great line.
That's
there.
a great. That's,
baseball
but they couldn't do
giant.
that at the front. I mean, come on. I'm just saying. Ugh. They need somebody working over there better. This is what I'm talking about.
They need you.
I would just put a stop to this right away. I would say, what are you doing? That's Willie Mays. Why does he have to be next to the Long Island child porn ring? Whatever.
Well, at least wasn't the Kilgo Beach.
Well, I'm surprised that wasn't in the other corner. This is a huge thing in the business world. They're saying there's a huge shift now after people have been losing weight on Ozempic and all of these drugs.
Right.
That now the gyms are being flooded. And the restaurants and people are buying smaller size clothes. There's a whole motivating shift here.
So the gyms are up ever since.
Changes in apparel, food and beverage, and fitness industries are all in a new health ways. I'm not for this. I don't think this is a way people should lose weight.
Well, anything with a prescription like this, it's it's like it's the same as if you're taking blood pressure medicine or cholesterol medicine. Basically, you're taking that for the rest of your life.
But some people are like, "I'll just get me started." They'll like they do that. I just need a head start.
Well,
a
it
little
certainly
push.
doesn't. I mean, from what I read, it doesn't help your. It actually takes muscle tone
away. And that's why they're saying it's been increasing in the gym industry because of that reason exactly. Also, I know somebody who's had taken it and they're having stomach issues now. Major
I know
stomach
someone.
issues.
I know someone who's taking it also, and
It says an estimated number of Americans taking obesity drugs, 9% of the country, according to Morgan Stanley, 32 million people. It's insane.
it's a big business.
It's a huge.
And everybody is getting involved in it.
Right.
now.
So now they're saying the gyms.
I mean,
people are working out.
Weight Watchers now is bought a pharmaceutical company that makes this stuff.
I'm not for. I still am. I guess I'm the old-fashioned guy. I'm not an advocate of this unless you need it medically. For people to be running
Look,
around.
if you're really
Yes.
extremely obese, yes, you definitely have to. I know someone who took it, and he was very depressed. I said, "Why? What's wrong?" Well, he lost weight. He said, "He lost weight. That's great, but I'm not happy. Why? What's wrong?" Well, I was hoping to do it on my own. And I said, "Well, you should. You needed to do it. It wasn't.
What
it's
did they have?
important."
They have Don. He was Kelly's Heroes.
Kelly's Heroes with Don Rickles. He was in a movie with
Kelly
Don
Savalas.
Rickles.
Wasn't
Telly
that was for
Savalas.
Kelly's Heroes?
I believe Clint Eastwood. Big cast.
Did you like his son better, Kiefer, or Donald?
Oh,
I mean, they're two different very styles.
I like Kiefer, but I mean
too.
Donald Sutherland is
He's
great
iconic,
actor. He's
yeah.
really, he came from a special time in movies. That 70s, late 60s,
Yeah.
and 70s time when the movies really were a lot more adult and dealt with more important issues, more interesting characters than
I was going to do this with the loss of weight Ozempic thing, but this is a little thing. They were talking about healthy sugar substitutes. Well, I know you.
I know what you say, Steve.
Oh boy! So they're saying artificial sweeteners, of course, as we know, the aspartames, those kind of things are not the go-tos. You should try to opt for ingredients that have fruit purees, applesauces, agaves. Don't roll your eyes. Stevia. The Stevia Squared Show.
Why? There.
That's it.
There's our advertisement right there. Why can't we get that going?
Because we have no listeners.
It's the Stevia.
I don't, that's why I don't think you
it's
can
the
get that
Stevia
going.
Square. We got 3 people today. Do we
Yeah.
have 3? I hope.
I don't know. No, we have some people. I always have people. Afterwards, we get a lot of people. When I check back, we get a decent amount. Nobody watches it at the moment because we're at dinner time.
Yes.
It's got to be awkward. You're eating dinner. Like, what do you watch? Were you as a growing up a traditional sit at the dinner table, or did you watch TV and eat dinner?
I would watch TV and eat dinner,
You like to watch? You were like a TV.
especially after my mother became a single mother.
Right.
Yeah. I guess.
So you were planted in front of the.
Yeah, I would plant myself in front of.
front of
I
the-
had a tray.
Oh, you had the tray.
Yeah, we had a tray. I put the dinner.
TV dinners, or did she always cook?
Sometimes she cooks. Sometimes it'd be a TV dinner. Sometimes, whatever. So, and I'd have the tray and place it in the living room.
Did they still have the TV? They still, right? Swanson still
Yes,
has
they
the
do.
Hungry Man.
They
and,
do. As in, my dad likes some of those TV dinners.
Salisbury steak, right? Those are
Salisbury steak. Oh, yeah.
Salisbury
Fried
steak.
chicken. Mmm.
This is sad. Did you hear this? The Heart of Rock and Roll show is closing already. After
Now
3
that's
weeks.
this is a very unique, and it's actually kind of sad because it's saying what state Broadway is. Here is a play.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Surprising enough, it's a jukebox, basically a jukebox musical.
Right.
But it got great reviews. Not just from everybody. It got a good review from the New York Times.
Mm-hmm.
And for years, if the New York Times gave a play
Right.
a good review, you were gold. Not this time.
No bueno.
Didn't do it. They got no Tony nominations.
No Tony, nothing. And yeah, I was talking to Adam about that. He's not part of that, but he was surprised to see
But
that he had
I mean,
seen
I'm
it.
surprised that it took them that fast to close it. I mean,
It just opened them
Yeah.
2 months ago.
Yeah.
They said they're closing it. They said, unfortunately, the Heart of Rock and Roll
it's not in the heart of Broadway.
is not in the heart of Broadway. We love Wicked. More Wicked.
Oh God!
You can't get enough of a green witch. I said that right away. One of us should paint ourselves
Now you
green.
see what they're doing with this
That's why
this
show
movie,
fails. What movie?
the movie of Wicked.
Yes.
They're splitting it into two.
I heard this, yes.
Part 1 and part 2 now.
Whatever. Well, you got to make money. See?
Yeah.
We're in the business
Another
of money.
$20.
I know. It's that's what gets into your craw.
However, this is good. I don't know if I told you this. No. The movie theater up in Hicksville,
Mm-hmm.
they've changed the price system. It's $9 for all films.
Really?
Yes.
Now, doesn't matter the time of the day.
Doesn't matter the time of day.
That's very good.
Yep.
$9.
Yep.
I like that.
Not bad.
Now, why are they doing that? Why are they
I
struggling to
don't.
get people?
I don't think business is doing good there as it probably should.
It is 70. Now, how are you dealing with the temperature? Are you a hot guy? Do you like this kind of warm weather? I mean, has it been
I will never
has it-
complain. You know what? Excessive heat gets to me, but then I think, no, I like this so much better
The alternative is
than
just
being
cold.
buried in 2 feet of snow
Oh yeah, I'm
and
with you.
wind chills of 20 degrees below zero.
No.
You know, these people, I'm a winter person. I like the winter. No.
Idiots. If I had a drop, I'd click it right now. Wrong.
So one guy who's a lot younger than us who I know says, oh, God, I love the winter, snowboarding. He said, you say that now. You just graduated from college.
Right.
Come back to me in about 5 years when you're married and you have a family and you have to work. You ain't going snowboarding because you got to go to work. And you don't snowboard to work. You got to drive.
You
work.
just hit on one of the pieces I was going to do.
I'm just so
He's so locked
like a
in.
mind
We have
meld.
that symbiotic
A mind
thing.
meld.
We're
It's like
the-
crazy.
Joey, we got to call Joey K.
Yes.
Not as nice or just better boundaries. Do people get nastier or more crotchetier as they get older?
Oh, they get crouchier.
A little more crotchety, right? A little more. Were you a nicer person when you were younger? Do you find that you're getting in more battles at stores?
Oh,
Your patience is less.
Yes,
You don't
Yes.
have patience. I know you don't have patience with the Umberto girls,
well,
which I saw on Broadway. They were great.
they did it again yesterday.
Oh no!
So I had a $43 takeout order
That's a lot.
for 2 people. $43.
What'd you guys get?
Pizzetta, and then the chicken, not the chicken franchise, the other chicken dish.
Okay, so
Anyway.
that's pricey.
Yeah. So I had my loyalty card.
Okay.
They
Here we go.
zapped it, and it was up on the screen. They said, "Oh, okay. Do you want to use any of these?" No, I'm just gonna save it for stars. Yeah, just for points, whatever.
Okay.
So once the transaction goes, it will automatically, I will get a push notification on the phone saying that I received
Right.
it.
You didn't get any.
I didn't get any. I looked it up. It didn't change. And I'm not going to complain.
Did you tell Mike?
Mike will help me. Mike hasn't been there. Wasn't there yesterday. Mike wasn't there today.
Mention it the next time you see him.
The guy that's usually there said he was going to. He said, "Oh, let me take all the information down." He didn't help me.
Yeah, that guy. No, go to Mike.
Mike is the guy, but it's got to be done the day that it's done. And I'm not going to make a big deal. The problem is, it's the same people that don't know how to run this thing. Because I've seen.
Right.
Because sometimes the people who do will just stare at the screen.
Yeah. They don't know.
I'll go, Mike, come over here.
Yeah, they don't know. It's very confusing.
Exactly. Yes, it, and for some reason it just doesn't.
But you're a big loyalty. You do that with AMC. You like part of these programs.
Well,
you're
that
always
is
partaking
because you spend a certain amount of money,
right?
And you get points back.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's but I unlike Steve, I am a fan of the Umberto girls. They're always very nice.
They're very nice. That's it. They are very nice.
As soon as I call up, they go, Minestrone. They know right away. They go the phone number.
That's the only thing you ever.
Well, I know, but I like that they know. I think it's cute that they know that.
Right.
And as soon as I come in, they're like, boom, and I always, Now, do you tip there, or do you put it? Well, no, you're mad at them. You don't. They have their little tip jar.
They have a tip jar. I think you should.
Sometimes I throw something in there.
Sometimes, but tipping really, I don't know.
That's more for
if I'm getting served and whatever.
I agree.
I'm going to tip.
I agree. He's getting out of control now.
All these restaurants you do take out, you never tipped, and then all of a sudden
now they're like that. I know.
And I mean, trust me. I mean,
you're in the service industry.
Yeah,
do you guys have a tip?
Yeah, I mean, we get tipped. Yeah, people will tip us, but I mean, I don't expect it.
Okay.
Sometimes I really don't expect it. It's just like it's a brutal business out there.
I don't know. I'll wait on this for a second. I thought this was funny. This is what I wanted to ask you. So I was listening to a song the other day, and it came up on my Instagram. And I've always just listened to the song, and I'm not someone, I didn't really pay attention to the words. And I was horrified by the opening line where it says she's just 16 years old, Into the Night by Benny Morodos or something. You know the song where he goes, she's just 16 years old, leave her alone. You know that song?
Well, at least it said leave her alone.
But you know the song.
It sounds familiar.
Pop it up. It's called Into the Night. Yeah, of course. It's a very seedy song. And if you saw the video, you'd be horrified.
Into the Night.
By Benny Morodos or something like
Benny
that. Mardones. You might be able to play it for a second, like just to hear it.
Let's see.
You'll know it right away.
Let's read the lyrics. She's just 16 years old. Leave her alone, they say. Separated by fools who don't know what love is yet.
Well, she's 16. He's about 52. Okay, singing the song. First of all, he looks creepy. And if you saw the video...
Is this Benny Mardones or Bill Belichick?
yeah. Anyway.
She's a cheerleader. Did you see this?
Yeah.
His girlfriend is a cheerleader.
Oh, Bill Belichick?
Yes.
Oh, that I did not see.
She's a professional cheerleader.
So, wait, before you...
She's a professional
Well, at least he's in the football realm. That's good.
His other old lady, she's only 60. she's
well, what's Belichick?
75.
Yeah, and that's another thing that bothers me. It's ridiculous. That's like Dick Van Dyke's wife. She's like 40.
Well, yeah, but
what? When they got together, she was like...
She's old. She's older than 40. She's
not
close
much.
to 50.
I know, but he's 98.
Yes, he is.
What do they have in common? Soup?
Obviously, they have something in common. They're very happy.
They share the same teeth.
They seem very happy together.
Do they?
I don't know. They do.
He would be happy with a ice cube tray. Anyway,
but I want you to know.
Think of a song.
If I could fly,
right?
I'd pick you up.
You know the song. If you played the song, I don't know if you could. You can't really.
I don't want to get
we don't want to. We don't want to get bumped. But
well, the
you
song,
would know in a second.
The song I'm thinking is, here's a song that was written by the world famous Sherman Brothers. Do you know who the Sherman Brothers are?
I have heard of the Sherman
They
Brothers.
wrote the music
Songwriters.
They wrote the music for Mary Poppins, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yes.
All these musicals, but they were before Mary Poppins. They were writing hit songs, pop hits.
And why? Do they have one that's a little sketchy?
Oh, here there's.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Do you know other songs that are a little tawdry?
Yes, of course.
With a tawdry message that should be looked at. I think we should police.
Oh, here's
of the police.
here's one. Let's see if you remember this one. Of course, we will not play the song
We will
because
not-
we might
We
get
can't do anything for you people.
bumped.
I don't want to get bumped.
Woo, you come on like a dream. Peaches and cream.
Oh, sure.
The Sherman Brothers wrote this song.
Yeah.
Lips like strawberry wine.
Wine.
You know why? You're 16. You're beautiful.
And you're
and
mine.
you're mine.
But who's supposed to be singing it? Isn't it
Well-
supposed to be like
well,
a teenager is singing it? Who sang the song that made it famous? Who's the artist?
Chuck Berry.
Oh, doesn't get any better.
Ringo Starr. Someone else sang it. Someone else must have sang it before, but the hit was Chuck Berry.
Well, it's like a couple of other songs I'll give you. Sting with the Police, Every Breath You Take. That's a little bit stalkerish, right? I'll be watching
Well, that's
you.
just scary. Yeah, that's just
That's a little stalkerish.
That's I wouldn't call that inappropriate.
No, but it's a little-
it tells a story that's
Right,
very that's disturbing.
I'm just saying anything
Right.
like that. I joke, but Baby It's Cold Outside, they made a big thing about
Right,
that one.
that's nothing.
But I know that's cutesy, but I like to throw it out there. I like to close that a little way.
Let's see what else. I mean,
Do you have another? Oh wait, I had a.
You know
list
what
of
else is a
songs.
great song? That song by Shaggy that everybody loved.
It wasn't
They
me.
loved so much. I know. My father came home from work and, I told this guy, I love, who's that? And he said, that's Shaggy. And he made me a CD. And I love the song.
Right, sure, it's a nice beat. My mom loves that song.
It wasn't me. And
My mom loves Shaggy.
I said, do you know what this song is about?
Better he doesn't.
Yeah, it does. And that's almost funny when he asked me that he wanted Pitbull for Christmas.
No, Jimmy.
Yeah, yes, he did.
Wow.
Because
You
that's-
sure he didn't say I want a pit bull for Christmas?
No.
Okay.
He wanted because
I
this
thought
is what retired people do. They watch daytime TV all day.
Oh.
So, literally, Pitbull was on every single show during daytime television. They were on the
Okay.
Today Show.
Sure.
They were on Wendy Williams. He was on The View. I mean, every daytime show.
I thought Wendy Williams was not
No,
having
this
a
is
show.
years.
Oh,
a few
okay.
years
I was
ago.
going to say she's not been
Miss
around.
Worldwide. So they know all this stuff.
So that's good.
I'll tell you a
They're
funny
getting
story.
very-
I'm watching Saturday Night Live with my mom, and whatever they introduced the musical guest, they says, "Ladies and gentlemen, The Weeknd." I don't know who The Weeknd. I've heard
Right,
of The
right.
Weeknd, don't know what he is or whatever. And so I'm sitting there watching this, and my mother goes, "Oh, The Weeknd got a haircut."
She knew right away. She's a follower. She follows.
I mean, seriously.
That's fantastic. I love that.
I
you
mean-
know, they
I mean, I'm left out of the loop.
well,
you know?
because you're busy. You don't have that kind of time to be following these artists and their hair.
You're my baby. You're my pet. We fell in love on the night we met. Wow.
So, how about what's that other one? The Candy Shop.
The Sugar Shack?
No, the Candy Shop. I'll let you lick the lollipop. You know who sang? You know why I say that? Because it was just on Hangover I was watching. Who's that guy? I love him. He sings and he curses. He sings like he's in these older movies, and he's always the wedding singer or he's the thing, but he sings the songs really funny.
Sounds familiar.
You know who the guy is.
Probably,
He was in
probably.
He did all the Hangover ones, but he's been in other movies.
Right.
And he adds curses to it, like in the wedding song. It's very funny.
Well, we've talked about all these songs.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
How about my milkshake?
My milkshake.
Milkshake is that's a-
Right, but those songs, they're not hidden messages. That's what I'm saying. They
No.
are what they are.
Yes.
They're not trying. I'm talking about these are hidden messages, like the Into the Night. It sounds like a nice, lovely song.
You're 16 is pretty.
Right.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lovely song.
Is it? You're 16.
You're beautiful and you're
Yeah,
mine.
but-
But you don't listen to it. You're not thinking, oh my gosh, you know. Didn't the Beatles have a song or somebody had, or the Kiss? 16.
Christine,
Christine,
16.
16. There you go. So everybody with this 16.
Filthy
Ray
Gene Simmons.
Oh, well.
16.
Right?
Christine.
Yeah. So just tons of filth everywhere. Filth. Filth. I like to clean this up. I don't care. So wait. So you want the Jones Beach lineup? Let me give it to you. A tradition that rocks. It says here, they're showing the biker movies, Marlon Brando movies, a lot of biker movies, because you know Austin Butler, who was in Elvis.
Oh,
There's a biker movie that's coming out with him in it, so that's why.
Mike Myers is coming back as Austin Butler.
Is that right? He is. Okay. So they're showing 10 reasons why people love to see a show at Jones Beach.
At the Jones Beach?
At the Jones Beach.
You sound like a Long Islander now.
At the
That's
Jones-
why I like to go to the Jones Beach.
I like
It's
to
so
go.
nice there.
I love the beach.
I love the
Jones
beach. I love the Jones Beach.
I love the parking. Forget about it. It says The View is number one. People love, which I hope they're not talking about the talk show. The View.
Yep.
It's beautiful to see a concert overlooking Zack's Bay. Number two, they've done new improvements last summer, $1 billion improvements. They certainly haven't done it on the Southern State, so they used all their money to fix Jones Beach, which is great. The fresh air. They're really reaching now.
Times Square.
Times Square, fresh air. Do you like the Jones Beach fresh air? How do you like that air?
It's
Salty
fine.
air?
It's nice. I like it.
Sense of adventure. They feel like when you see a concert outside, you don't know what's going to happen. Maybe a hurricane rolls in. You don't know.
I went there one time when it was like pouring. It was like a monsoon.
So did they cancel?
No,
or
the show went on.
They put them under. They're always under something, right?
Right then, they're under something, but
They
were
don't care
getting-
about.
Yeah, they were
But
getting
still, you
wet.
got all that
They were still
cords and electronic.
electronic equipment.
How could they
exactly.
do that? It says tailgating is fun. Fun tailgating.
Of course.
So where is the? They only have 5 reasons. Oh, that sounds cool. Who's playing?
Where's the lineup?
I'm looking for the lineup. Where's the lineup?
Steve, those damn kids. Listen to them.
Who is that?
I know. I think we should go over there and knock at the door and tell them to keep it down. I'm doing a show here. Wow, this is
What's this guy? Who's this guy with the HBO doc? Stevie Van, whatever.
Stevie Van Zandt. You don't know who Stevie
Is it
Van
from Bruce
Zandt?
Spann from Springsteen?
Yes.
Yes,
it
I
was-
know him.
This is a great, and I just watched this yesterday. This is excellent. You should watch this.
What's that on?
It's
I will.
on,
HBO.
it's on
or-
HBO.
Yeah,
and,
I thought
and
so.
Max. Okay, do you know who else he is?
He wasn't he on The Sopranos?
Yes.
I know that. See, I'm kidding. I know who that guy is. I'm trying to lead you into the story. But there's another song, a Bruce Springsteen song. Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? Right? It's another little weird song.
I'm on fire.
I'm on fire, right?
When the sheets soaking wet.
Filth, just filth.
This constituted a look at the lyrics.
You see, I am the Police lyrics.
I'm
on fire. Oh, the Hunchback of Notre Dame is going to be on tonight on TCM.
Oh, really?
It's a favorite of Joe's. Our friend Joe loves that, right?
No, he
No,
likes the
Elephant
he
Man.
likes the Elephant Man.
Now, who are you? Are you more an Elephant Man or a Hunchback Man? Which is your go-to? Which is your go? What do you think?
Well-
you like the Hunchback in a fight between the Hunchback of Notre Dame and the Elephant Man? Who wins?
Look, the Elephant Man was a real person.
So was the Hunchback. He wasn't? There's a lot of people out there with a hunchback. I'm a trainer. I've seen a lot of people with bad posture that could have a hunch removed.
No, I'm quite a good surgeon. I could do something about that hip. that hump.
That hump.
I ruined
And he
that
goes,
one.
"What hump?
What hump?
What hump? Nothing."
Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go away and leave you all alone?
Filthy. I'm telling you, there's a
I
lot
got a
of filth.
bad desire.
Oh.
Oh.
A couple
I'm
of
on
O's.
fire.
I'm on fire, sure.
Tell me now, baby, is he good to you? And can he do to you the things that this is not daddy. This is like her, this is her man, I guess. And I guess.
You hope so.
And I'm assuming,
Well, there's a ruckus going on out there. I love
I'm
what's
telling
going.
you.
Very exciting.
I told you, call the cops.
Call the cops. Come on, call
Sometimes it's like somebody took a knife, baby, edgy and dull, and cut a 6-inch valley through the middle of my skull.
Oh, that's rough.
And here's a good one,
Wait,
Steve.
what was I looking for? Help me
Steve,
out here.
Can we finish this one?
Yeah, finish it, please.
At night, I wake up with the sheets soaking wet and a freight train running through the middle of my head. Only you can cool my desire. That is just like,
I'm telling you, right? That's like,
this is filthy.
it's just, there's a lot of songs like that, but that's what I'm saying. It's more, it's not the Shaggy, It Wasn't Me. Well, that could be into what we're talking about, because that's almost like you get lost in the funness of the song. You don't really listen. And that's the same thing with the Bruce song. You don't really listen. While I'm looking for the other thing, it says here, Carol Burnett finally got her hands in
They're
Grauman's
just
Chinese.
doing that a lot now. I don't.
How could she never have had that? She's 91 now. They're giving her this.
This is why, because I think they've changed the policy over there at the Chinese theater. It used to be always in connection with the movie that was premiering
Right.
at the theater.
Yes.
Now they're just actually getting, people
Stars.
who deserve,
Like the Hollywood Walk of...
Dick Van Dyke got one last week, Carol Burnett, or maybe they got one the same time. I don't know, because they were both there together.
Because I was wondering, I'm like, now they decide? I'm like, that's good thing they... What's going on? It's like weights, I hear. Is somebody working out back there?
I don't know.
I had the lineup. I don't know where it is now, but there was a lineup for Jones Beach. I was going to tell you. And I have... Where is the Dear Amy one I wanted to show you? Is this it?
Are we still on, dear?
Well, here it is.
She's still working?
This is it. It says, to mark my last week of publishing, ask Amy, I fired up the Wayback Machine and will run my very first column. And here it is. This is her very first one. This dates back July 2003.
Oh, wow.
July 2003. So 20 years she's been doing it.
And you've read everything.
I've read every one. And she hasn't solved one problem I've had. You don't have a thing I had. I've looked for... What's that from? Jaws. Did you ever see Open Water? That was disturbing. I just watched that the other day.
Really?
You know Open Water, where they're... No? I have a major problem. I've said that a lot in my life. That has come up just before my wedding. Children. I don't want them at my wedding. It was on our invitation. Adult ceremony only. We hired a nanny to take care of anyone who should have the mistake of having children. That happens. Everyone respected our wishes except for one person.
Who's that?
My mom's brother. My mom, she doesn't even say uncle.
Uncle, I know. No, it's my
Right?
mom's brother.
Mom's
So
brother.
we
Right
know what's
away.
what's
Right
going on
away,
there.
she has ways.
Don't we now?
Oh, and it's my mom's brother from L.A.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's that
LA
L.A. Sure,
people,
we don't like
freaks.
L.A. people.
Freaks.
He has a 7-year-old. Grunted about placing the child with nanny service. Mom feeling pressured to have child at reception. We say no, and she puts it with 3 exclamation points. We can't make an exception for one child. Plus, we don't want kids at our wedding. It's about us.
Oh, she's a winner.
Oh, I love her.
Oh, she's
this is the kind of girl I need to marry.
This woman's miserable.
Oh, I say he is causing rift. If they show up with him, do I have a right to ask them to leave? Dear Rihanna,
Should have had a note on the invitations. No children, please.
she said, you are a bride that is off her rocker. I love it. She was a little more feisty. This is in her first one. This is a first one for her.
She had to make an impression.
It says, I'm picturing it now with this ring IV. Who let this kid in here? Very funny. She says, you need to take a chill pill, Bridezilla.
Whoa. Wow.
I love that double feature, Godzilla versus Bridezilla.
Yeah, that was a good one.
You have made your wishes known. Your guests should respect them. But if they don't compound it with your selfishness. Good for her.
That was it?
Well, it goes on and on. But basically, that's the gist of her first. That was her very first one, Dear Amy.
I have the lineup here.
Oh, the Jones Beach, please.
Yes.
Thank you. Help me out.
So,
here. Anything good?
Yeah, we got some good stuff going here.
Tell
we
me.
got
Where are we going?
next week on the 29th, the Outlaw Music Festival. Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and Robert Plant.
Robert Plant
Yes.
is part of those two.
Yes.
He's an outlaw.
Of course he is.
All right.
Well, hopefully Willie will be all right because he canceled a date yesterday or
What's
the day
going?
before.
Now he's 90.
Yes. because he was sick or something. So hopefully he'll be able to come back. All right. We hope. We got got Maroon 5, Dave Matthews Band.
You know,
like the
he's been rubbing me the wrong way. Yeah, Dave Matthews. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not liking him. Do you like Dave Matthews?
I like some of his songs.
Oh, he's been bothering me.
Alanis Morissette.
Oh, big Alanis Morissette fan. I
Mm-hmm.
love her angry ways. I love when she screams in the microphone, just screams.
Yes, curses all over
That's
the
the
place.
if I could sing, that's the kind of singer I'd be.
Jason Aldean.
I'm tired of this country crap. Move on. Next.
This is good. Third Eye Blind and Yellow Card.
I don't know Yellow Card, but Third Eye Blind. I
Yellow
like.
Card's like ska. Is like a ska. Yeah, like ska. Santana and Counting Crows.
They're always together. It's always Rob Thomas with. Is Rob Thomas with Counting? Crows?
No,
Counting Crows.
Adam
I'm
Durr,
thinking of
Adam Durwitz is with
yes,
Counting
yes.
Crows.
I'm thinking of Matchbox 20.
Matchbox 20.
Yes, thank you.
Train,
Okay,
Earth, Wind and Fire, and Chicago.
that's a show I'd go to.
I know
Smooth.
I know you
That's a
would.
cool show.
You would have
Earth, Wind, and Fire. Now, is it the original Earth, Wind, or is it a new Fire?
A lot of them are not with us anymore.
Oh. I feel like they shouldn't be able to keep the name.
But I mean, there's some band members, I guess.
Speaking, I don't mean to interrupt your. You're doing a good job. I like this.
trying.
But is this true? Was Henry Winkler up for or offered the part before John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever?
I never heard that.
It says it in his book.
No, then it must be true then.
Could you imagine? Would that even be possible? It's just Happy Days was he was saying this in the book. He said Happy Days was very hot at the time.
That Saturday Night Fever was not a big movie. It
Right.
was not a blockbuster movie, and it makes sense
'Cause
these were two big, huge TV stars that were in the top 5,
Right.
probably on the ratings every week. Young people loved them,
Right. No, I
so
agree.
yeah, absolutely, I could see that. I could see them, considering him, but they got Travolta, so that's probably the better choice.
I think so.
Imagine Dragons. You ever hear Imagine Dragons?
Of course,
They're
I
pretty
love
good,
Imagine
right?
Dragons.
Here's something.
They're all on my
Wait,
playlist.
here's something you might like.
Roped up when I'm
Kids Bop Live. You like the Kids Bop?
Sure. That's those boy bands, right?
No, they're just they're these CDs that would come out called Kids Bop.
Okay.
They're just kids singing
Pop
hits.
hits.
And if they're dirty, they kind of clean it up. So
Sure, yeah,
it's
very, like
So-
like they wouldn't be singing like the Into the Night or
Well, they
Bruce
would,
Springsteen.
they're talking about songs with like curse words in it, and
Oh,
they
sure.
just,
They
it's just
clean
like
it. Kids Bop. So that'll be a
They
lot of
clean it
that'll
up.
be a lot of teeny bopper kids there.
No, that's for even younger kids. Probably
Wow.
pre-teens are the oldest.
Really?
The oldest age there, I would
Wow.
think.
Well,
Yeah.
the parents then will obviously have to take them.
Young teens. Whatever.
Young teens. That'll be right into Benny's wheelhouse. Unfortunately, he's not with us anymore.
But then we got the Beach Boys.
Oh my! No, really?
Yes.
This can't be. Is Brian Wilson's not there?
Brian hasn't been playing with them in ages. There was the one brief time he did, but I mean, Brian's not
Oh,
really
yeah,
in
his state of mind.
health. His health, mental and probably physical health is
He
not.
feels like me. I'm the same way. That's why I'm not performing this year at Jones Beach. I'm not of sound mind or body.
Dan and Shay with Jake Owen.
Oh, I know. You know Dan and Shay, right? Those I know those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Leonard Skinnard and ZZ Top.
Yeah, very. That's the South. There'd be a lot of Confederate flags at that show.
Just like the rest of Nassau County. And Suffolk.
Taking a shot, taking a Long Island shot. I love it.
Please.
Come on.
Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of
Now,
flip flops at that concert.
Yes. Now, Ringo Starr does, tour.
Yeah.
And he has his all-star
The
band.
All-Star Band.
Well, it looks as though James Taylor now has an all-star band also. I don't know who's in it, but he'll be at Jones Beach also. Deep Purple. Wow. Going way back.
That is way back. Deep Purple.
September 5th is Hootie and the Blowfish.
Wow. I don't. I like Hootie. I wouldn't go see Hootie in the Blowfish.
Would you go see the Blowfish?
No, not without Hootie.
I don't know.
I wouldn't see Hootie with them or without them. Okay. I listen to them, but I won't. Now, obviously, this will be the first year without a Jimmy Buffett concert.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
There probably wasn't one last year.
No,
either.
was he sick last
he was
year?
sick, yeah.
Yeah, because he always ends it, right?
Yeah.
It's always, he does the final show.
Yeah.
It's usually like in September.
Yeah.
Yes, Jimmy.
Here, and speak of the devil, September 12th, Pitbull.
Oh, yeah. You should take
World,
Jimmy.
Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305.
Take Jimmy there.
I don't know if...
You don't think he can make that?
Yeah,
That's a
he's
tough
okay.
one. That's going to be a tough one
That's
to
gonna be a tough
drag
one.
him to that. I don't know if he'd want that. Look at this. The 9th Long Island Starbucks votes to unionize.
There you go.
Power to the people.
There you go.
And Stop and Shop workers are on strike.
Steve.
What are we going to do? The flavorful meat stores.
Flavorful meats.
They say unionize meat, seafood, and other workers. Really, the ones that cut the meat there, they said they don't like the conditions, and they're not happy, and they're going on strike.
They are unionized, aren't they?
Yes.
They have unions.
Well, Stop and Shop. Yeah, it's a Stop and Shop union to walk out.
Right. You see, this is a big problem
with
Starbucks. Not just No, I'm talking about supermarkets. Everyone says, when people travel around the country, they say, wow, Target has a supermarket. Walmarts have supermarkets. Well, that's because they're not unionized. Why don't they come to Long Island? Because the unions are strong.
Right. Well, it says here, so it looks like the Starbucks are starting to get more and more stores.
I don't know. We'll see what happens there.
It's pretty good.
Stained and Breaking Benjamin. There you go. That's a rockin' show.
Oh, you still got more shows? I thought that was it.
Yeah, we're almost done.
How late did they play into the season?
The last concert is September 20th.
Wow.
Lauryn Hill.
That's what they're ending it with?
I guess.
They could do better than that.
Come on, Steve.
No Gwen Stefani, no Doubt, no Lincoln. Well, they're not gonna do Lincoln Park.
No, I mean they might, but I
actually think Lincoln Park's playing at UBS or Barclays or something like that.
They probably would be playing there.
They're gonna be at a bigger venue. Interesting. Well, I heard a couple, but nobody I would probably. I don't know. I'm not really excited about that. But thank you for that. Oh, here's the Bike Riders movie. This is the movie that Austin Butler's in. That's why they're showing a lot of they're trying to get people's interest. So the Bike Riders with Austin Butler. Where is this streaming on? Is this in the movies?
It's in the movies now.
Tom Hardy's in it.
Yes, he is. It looks good.
Austin Butler. It's a Midwestern motorcycle club evolves from a gathering place. Yeah, it's a sinister gang. It's very modern day Marlon Brando. And this looks good. Thelma.
Yes, I was going to tell you.
So Thelma looks great. So that's what I wanted to end on, which is perfect. This woman who's acting in it is like 90-something years old.
94.
Unbelievable. And so what happens is she, like we were talking about, gets hacked or scammed or something like that. And she goes on a voyage to get her money back.
Right.
In her motorized wheelchair. This is fantastic. It says a grandmother fights back against phone scammers who took her money.
Wow.
We should see this.
Yeah, it looks good. Richard Roundtree in his last performance.
Oh, wow. It says underestimate a determined older woman at your own risk. And they applaud that too. I like this better with we got to see what's going on after we're done. There's a little chaos.
I dare you to run out there right now and just
irate,
steal the show.
Is there a live show going on, or are they just watching something? I hear an audience or something.
There was something going
on.
Yeah, Tony was saying that something was going to happen. I forgot. That was a while back.
Wow, we hear I don't know if they can't hear that, but we hear some cheering or something going on. I like that. So I want to see, what's her name? Her name is June Squibb.
Yes.
Has she been in anything else?
She was in that movie with...
the original Titanic in 1912?
No, she's in a movie with Bruce Stern a few years ago.
Another good actor.
Yes.
Wow, it says she's been... Yeah, I really would... it says, this is Thelma without Louise.
It looks like, we're going to see any more Gwen Stefani. No Gwen Stefani.
No, she's not going to, she's not out there performing. She's too busy. She's a judge on The Voice, right?
No, she is performing. She's playing some dates, but, she's doing a lot of festivals.
Really?
Yes.
So, again, go to iFixit. Tell them Stevie K, the Steve Squares show sent you.
Stevie K.
Oh, and I watched this great thing last night on Evel Knievel.
Really?
Which was really good. So do you remember the Caesar's Palace jump?
Yes.
The famous jump where he breaks every bone in his body? ABC didn't want to telecast it.
Right.
Or not because of the fall. They didn't know the interest that people had in him.
Right.
So he tried to call him. So we had he hired all the people to shoot it.
Yep.
And then when the fall happened, ABC was clamoring to buy it, and he sold it to them. I don't know what the amount was. It was undisclosed. But
no, I mean,
then,
ABC had an arrangement with them for a lot of those.
But then it became a thing. But that Caesar's Palace fall, but it was unbelievable. If you watch, you've seen that fall, right?
Yes.
Oh, God. It's terrible. I bumped myself on the elbow. I'm out for 2 weeks. I get a splinter. This guy broke every bone in his body.
If it wasn't for that, you wouldn't have Fonzie jumping the shark.
Oh, that's a classic scene. And he says in his book that as he's coming up, he doesn't do the jump.
Right.
But he was a water skier.
He wanted to do it.
He
begged to do it.
And he was a water skier. He said he had done that in summers when he was whatever. And Gary Marshall, they were like, they loved the idea of the show, but they said, you're not jumping. But he comes up on the water. Like
right.
That's him coming up.
Exactly.
So we'll end with a little Henry Winkler trivia. All right. So we'll get ready to close shop now. Great to see you. I'm glad you're dealing with the weather. You look great.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're wearing a hoodie. A sweatshirt.
Oh, it's a regular sweatshirt. Well, it's a little cool in here. And I just thought it would look better than just a T-shirt.
What? Nothing looks better than dumbbells.
By
the way, dumbbells is now sponsored by Ozempic. I was able to make a deal.
There you go.
That's my new advertising. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to sponsor the show. Anyway, next week we won't have anybody. So tune in. The ventriloquist guy, he has talked to me. He says, I'll be ready the next time you're in the studio. He says, my mouth is healing. I'm fine.
Okay.
So fingers crossed. We'll hopefully get him. I already forgot his name by now. I'd call him ventriloquist guy.
Oh, God.
That's okay. So hopefully that'll be the next time we're in the studio. But you'll see the Steve Squared Show. We'll do something remote next Monday night at 6:30. Thanks for everybody for jumping in. Thanks for jumping in with us. I appreciate that, bud. And Steve, always a pleasure.
Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome. Wow, you're welcome.
Absolutely.
I like your strong thank you. And thank you for tuning in and watching the Steve Squared Show. We'll see you next week. Good night.